What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent, here to break down to you why this original interpretation of the story of Jesus does more harm than good. As we can see, the story is meant for us to be able to be reconciled for our sins. We believe our sinfulness is unacceptable. It needs to be atoned for. We need to be better. We need to be perfect. And the way to do that is through some sort of blood sacrifice. Now, just before I go any further, let me remind you that I was a Catholic for 35 years and I believe the same thing. But it seemed like the more I tried to hang on to this original interpretation of the story of Jesus, the worse off I was. I was just spiraling out of control. So it wasn't until I actually let go of this story of Jesus that I found out who I truly was, what my true identity was. And it was that it is the soul. And that the story of Jesus was just trying to tell me that in a playful way, but I was taking it so seriously. I mean, I was only going off of the information that I knew at the time. I was doing the best I could with what I had, which is what I believe is what everyone else is doing in this world. But I do think it's important that we take into consideration this interpretation of the story of Christ, because it's not really about a person. It's really about the soul. If we just think about the whole basis of the story, being born of a virgin, the purity, the miraculousness of the soul, all the qualities that it has available to us in abundance forever, rejected and buried, yet it still lives. So with this belief in Jesus, we cast our sins upon some type of sacrifice, and this supposedly atones for our sins. But the problem is we never get a chance to own that sinfulness in full. And so we're rejecting parts of ourselves. And in addition to that, instead of accepting our infinite identity, we're replacing it with something else. And there's no substitute for the soul. And then it becomes popular and it becomes normal, right? So we've got this diminished sense of self-esteem because we can never replace what we feel has been missing. That missing feeling of self-worth is found in the soul. It's not found in the story of Jesus. There's this, if you believe the story of Jesus literally, we just end up getting hatred and warfare because we can never feel good enough about ourselves. So we're so proud of this idea that we have of Jesus. No one wants to let go. We believe the church is the hero. Jesus is the hero, right? We're proud of this, and we can't admit that maybe we made a mistake. We believe we can get to heaven in the future, and so we're clamoring for whatever is going to get us there. So we're looking towards the future, right? And we're missing the point of the now. This is the moment right here and now that we can find God. And then we get stuck in this identity of being sinners, right? It's hard to shake this feeling. We feel sinful. We feel bad. We need to do something. We need to believe in Jesus. We need to go to church. We need to go to communion. We need to go to confession. We got all these ways to try to make ourselves feel better, but we can't do it because without the soul, we feel stuck in an identity and we can't disidentify from this identity, or we can't disengage from its activities. When we do try to do it, then we start to realize how stuck we really are.